Here, I would like to explain that there are some descriptions which you should know. So for the taxpayer point of view, these descriptions are very critical and important. These details are available on the help desk and user manual provided for the taxpayer. So I am explaining each of them for you. So in case the appeal is successfully filed, the status of your application on your dashboard will come as appeal submitted. If appeal is successfully admitted, meaning thereby that final acknowledgement has been generated by the appellate authority, then status will change as appeal admitted. In case the appeal form is rejected, the status will be appeal rejected. When the hearing notice is issued, as I mentioned while starting the discussion, that every action on the appeal part is to be triggered by to be is related, and it is linked, closely linked with the messaging part. So any action taken on the by the appellate authority is communicated to the taxpayer as well as to the tax officer. In case the appellate authority issues hearing notice, the status will show you the hearing notice issued, and you will also receive email and SMS on your mobile number. When the counter reply is received against a notice by the counterparty, in case appeal is filed by the taxpayer, then the counterparty will be the government side, and by proper officer will submit the counter reply. Then the status will show you that counter reply in this matter is received. When the so cause notice is issued, its status is very simple. Appeal is, in case appeal is confirmed, modified or rejected, then the status will show you that appeal order is passed. If the adjournment is granted or the next date of hearing is given for the appeal, the status will show you the adjournment granted. In case while passing the order, appellate authority has made some mistakes on account of the inadvertent reasons or typo errors, so that orders can be rectified. Rectification provisions are available. So in case the rectification request received from the appellate taxpayer, the status will be shown as rectification request received. In case rectification request is entertained by the appellate authority, then rectification order is passed. And in case rectification order is rejected, then the status will be the rectification order is rejected. So let us right now we are going to show you how the screens will appear in case you are going to file an appeal application. So once the user logs in and the FO portal, he has to navigate through the services, user services, and on my application. And on my application, he has to select that appeal to the appellate authority. There is a date range also there, so you can search. It is for the search functionality. But if you are going to file the appeal, you have to click on the new application. In case you are going to search for an application, whether I have filed this appeal earlier or not, then you can search it by entering the from date and to date and application type. In the next screen, you have to mention that on which type of order you are going to file the appeal. It is demand order, is it registration order, it is refund order, or any other order. In other order, you have to specify the order details. For some drop-down menu, it will be, the drop-down menu is dynamic and it depends on the functionality raised. So suppose you have selected, the taxpayer has selected demand order, then he has to enter the demand order number. It is very important that any applicant, if he is going to file an appeal against a demand order, he has to enter the demand order number. The demand order number is validated by the system, whether it is issued by the system or not. So system will validate that whether this demand order is correct or not. In case of incorrect demand order number, the system will simply say that this demand order is incorrect. So by entering the demand order number, the taxpayer will get some sort of information which is pre-populated. It is basically related to the GSTN of the taxpayer, legal name, trade name, address, order type, what kind of order for which the appeal is going to be filed. If it is a demand order, then demand order will appear. Order number, order details will system will get. System will fetch this information from the database and it will show you. Now the categories has to be mentioned by the applicant. So categories of the case under dispute, it is a drop down list. We have the drop down list. From in the drop down list, the taxpayer has to select which type of dispute he is going to file the appeal. So in the drop down list, there are 16 pre-filled hard coded reasons are there. Definitely there is others. So if in case if you are finding that there are no reasons, then you can select the others, and while selecting the others, there is one box will open and you have to enter the details in the box with the reasons. So reasons may be misclassification of any goods and services, wrong applicability of the notification issued under the provision of this act, incorrect determination of time and value of supply of goods or services or both, incorrect admissibility, and like that. So in the drop down list, it can be selected as multiple. You have to select one by one and clicking on the add button. There is a period of dispute table is there. So you have to enter the period of dispute. So in case you have filled the order number, the period of dispute will be fetched from the database and it will be according to the order which is passed against you. So in case you have selected, the taxpayer has selected misclassification of any goods or services or both. So you have selected it and disputed, and you can add more regions as I explained to you, and the system will allow you to select multiple reasons for against one application. So you can select 4, 5, 6. There is no restriction. And in case your reason doesn't fall under the category which is mentioned as from 1 to 15, that these are the possible reason on which appeal can be filed, you can select others, and while selecting the others, there one box will open and you have to enter the details in that box that for this reason I am going to file the appeal.